Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper. As you can see, I am not in front of Goblin Town. Instead, I'm here in Gondaman. Why am I here? I decided that I am going to pick up my Rune-keeper quest before venturing into Goblin Town. Rune-keeper, meaning upon meaning.
What can I do for you?
Welcome and well met, Pinestone. I have heard of your cunning in the ways of the graven rune. Our sort are rare on Middle-earth, and I fear that soon we will pass away.
Will you lend me your ear?
The secrets of our trade hark back to the Darren and Fairnor themselves, but both elves and dwarves have added much to the depth of our own craft. Many ancient secrets of the written word lie hidden in the forgotten place of Middle-earth. The road ahead is hard, but what thing that is worth doing is not. The gaining of wisdom is ever a struggle, but it is a fulfilling one. If you believe you are ready, then say on, and I will set your feet upon the path of greater knowledge. And I need to complete a worthy garment and hewing a new stone, and for that I get 1 class trait point. And before I pick up those 2 new quests, I have 3 trait points I never allocated. I know at least one of them was for reaching level 45. Maybe the others were for 43 and 41. If that's so, it means I've been remiss in allocating points. I've got 19 allocated, so I can bump up a level in that, which would be good. Now, alright. Let's see, I want to check there. Let's see. Stone, nearby enemies, rank. Max rank makes it ground target. I really don't like ground targeting all that much. I always find it annoying whenever I wind up doing it. So therefore, I am not going to take the final rank of this. And even though it means I'll get a little bit more on there. So I will head into harsh debate instead. And then vivid imagery. This is one I've been wanting for a while, so definitely will take vivid imagery. And before I get closing remarks, I am going to need to take more in harsh debate, so I will take that as my 3rd. And I've picked up Tale of the Storm, which gives me a little bit more critical rating, and I'll take that as my solitary thunder update. Now, the other thing to note is that this weekend travel skills are on sale, so therefore I decided to pick up a 2nd milestone, and I set my 2nd milestone to here in Gondaman. And that's because during this quest line we'll be going back and forth constantly to Gondaman, but I want to be able to also get back quickly to Goblin Town. The closest thing to that is what I have now is to up into the Misty Mountains, so I'll be bouncing back and forth between there. I'm sure later on I'll have other places I want to bounce back and forth between. So this will make things a lot more convenient. And since the travel skills are on sale, I thought that was really nice timing, so I bought an extra one. I also got the Hurry Traveler, so my cooldown is now 30 minutes. So now we can go and pick up our quests and see where we have to go. And I'm sure we'll have to go to a lot of strange places.
Will you lend me your ear?
This particular quest is infamous for that. We runestones are not a vain lot, Pinestone. You and I both know that knowledge is a treasure of the mind, not of our garments. Still, it will also true that others do not give us our due respect if we do not garb ourselves as they wish to see us. Such is the way of the unenlightened. Now is the time for you to gain the attire that will win that respect. Seek out the materials I need, and I will make for you such equipment that befits a Rune-keeper. First, I will need the vines that grow through the hides of the creatures which irk in Glad Ereg in Eregion, and the hide of the cold worm Helkum, who dwells in Forhel. May your way be safe one. Alright, so this means I have to go to Forkel and to Eregion, which I wasn't planning on going to Eregion for a while, and I wasn't even planning to go to Forkel at all. So therefore, I'm going to have to see how I'm going to handle this. I'll probably will just do this little, take care of these, at least take care of the Forkel one, then take care of the then go back into Goblin Town, and then we'll see what we do after this. And here we need runic tiles, which is a pocket item. It's strange, a pocket item being the quest reward for this when we were talking about garments to show the outside world, when no one in the outside world is going to see this. And the other one is a dark crystal wristband. So these are two possibilities we could take. So, and you see, both of them are potentially useful. And because some classes, they get things like weapons, so they don't worry about that as much when they do this quest, because of legendaries come around the same time. Though, since this character is not going to be doing legendaries until I get to finish the Region, it's a weapon actually would be a little bit more useful to me than to most players.
Mind my words, traveler.
And speaking of weapons, that's what the second quest is for, hewing a new stone. The time has come for you to delve into the deeper secrets of runecraft, as with the runes themselves, the stones upon which they are graven are keys to their power. Just as a warrior needs a sword of fine steel, so too do you need rune stones to accompany our gifts. It is in the shaping of the stone that you will achieve wisdom. Here is my counsel on what materials will aid you for the shaping of the stone. First bring me a stone from the misty mountains oft carried by the goblins there, and runes from the foul sorcerers of Arag in Anuminus. Make haste, my stone, if you need to bear your weapon soon. Alright. So you see, I have to go into Anuminus and kill Arag. And this is in Evendim. And that is just south of Forkel. So therefore, what my plan is going to be is I'm going to go into Evendim, go into Anuminus, pick up this stone here, then go into Forkel, take care of what I need to do there. Now that will take care of half of each of the two quests. Then I'm going to go into the Misty Mountains, since I was planning on going there anyway. I'm going to run my quests there and pick up the stones there, because those are within Goblin Town. That is exactly where in the Misty Mountains I believe they're going to be within Goblin Town, because that would be the natural place to them. So therefore I pick up those things in Goblin Town, and then I'll complete the one that gives me a better weapon. Now the weapon here is... Actually, is this really a better weapon? Let's see. Well, actually, this... 24 Fate, 20... Oh, yeah, okay. It's a little bit better than... It has the same DPS, but the DPS isn't all that important for a Rune-keeper in any case. But it does have a little bit more Fate, Vitality, and Will, so therefore it has some really nice stats on it. That's what will become important. So to do that, I could turn this in, at least pick that up. So I have half of it done. I'll still need to get into Eregion, but I think I'll hold off going into Eregion until after I complete Goblin Town and complete that quest. That way, I'll be able to at least go into one of the areas at its natural time. So that's going to be my plan for now. Of course, as everyone knows, things tend to change on a whim when you're running, when you come up with a better idea. But that takes care of that. So now we need a way to get into Evendim, which is a place I've not been before. It's going to take me a little while in order to travel there. I suspect I'm going to have to head over to the Shire, then go up through Bulwer territory, and I think to Boar Sword, up through Southern Avendem, up to maybe around Tenadir, set him out. No, I won't set a milestone there, but at least pick up the Stable Master there, then head into a Numinous from there, and I think that will take me to at least get the first part done. Then I can head north into Forkhel, and let's see how that works.
Greetings, traveler!
But I'll return to you when I finally arrive, probably in Tenadir, maybe in a Numinous. We'll see when I pick it up. I am back, and let's head down to a Numinous. And we are going to have to worry about a couple of monsters here and there. I'm just within the level where they are going to be annoying. Especially this... Oh. That's why I was locked on her, because she was in stealth. I was wondering, where was she? Alright. So it's just enough to note that she was there, but obviously she was in stealth, so it wasn't fully visible. So now, take care of this Craven. See if we get everything nice and visible. Wonderful! Unlock a deep Kragan Saber. Probably never see another one again. So I'll just plow through these until I get to a Numinous. Let's see. And the Numinous, of course, is the old capital city of Arnor. Parts of it, of course, are now underwater. So it's in pretty sad shape. And now we're going to start by getting through these guys. And then we have to find the our main opponent in there. Of course, the first trick is to get through all these Agmarin. As you can see, it's not... Well, if you're level 50 or so, there'd be no trouble, because in that case, all these would be great, because it looks like I'm 8 levels above these, so therefore they're only by the slightest bit. Remember, I got vivid imagery now. Which means I better really put into a location where I can see it. Because tucked in where it is right now, it'd be very easy for me to forget that I have that skill. I may have to adjust... Oh. Fiddlesticks. Now let's get these guys down. And see what I can do about these. Oh yes, of course. Get that just in time. Oh, come on! I didn't want to fight every single Agmarin in a Numinous in order to get this quest done. Oh, come on! This raid, by the time I finish with all of these, everything would have respawned. Okay, now this should make things better. And I still have to get through these two. So you can see, some of these are a little bit easier than others some. ones where you have to go against a boss somewhere. Those are the one, I guess that ghost disappears as soon as the summoner dies. The ones where you gotta kill a boss often have you go reasonably deep into the territory. The biggest exception I know of is the one in... There's some characters who have to kill a... Actually, no, I won't say it's too much of an exception. I was going to say that an exception was the boar in Angmar that some characters have to face. Because it's fairly close to the main town, but you have to go through another one of the quest locations first. And while it's not too deep into Angmar, it is fairly deep into Western Angmar. And since you have to unlock Eastern Angmar through the Epic, it's not as... So therefore, it means you can at least do the first part without having to do the Epic. Now, I know at least for the Wardens, in order to finish the... the second part of it does take you into Eastern Angmar. Though normally I just go to a skirmish camp and buy the stuff. But the first part, the ones you do at the first phase, you cannot go to a skirmish camp. You have to do these by actually going, killing the monsters, and getting the drops. That's the difference between this phase and the other phases. So each class has their own set of drops they need. Sometimes they're the same monsters, but they'll have different drops. While in the second phase, you need several of a drop that's usable by 2 or 3 classes. In fact, I've been getting some of the... Well, I was getting some worm eyes back when I was up in the Misties and killing those worms there. And those were usable, but they weren't usable by a Rune-keeper, so I've just been selling them. So you can also do things like put them up in the auction house or something like that if you're into the auction house. And the auction house is good if you are one who doesn't have much in the way of marks, because you can also get them in marks. And of course you can also go, of course, and kill the monsters yourself. And whether or not I go after the monsters depends on the class I'm playing, where they're located. Let's see. Alright, those two are sparring, and now we should be fighting Archivist Angregs, and was that what he does? I was always wondering what this guy was for. He's for this quest. I'm sure I have obviously done this once before to it, since I do have a high level Rune-keeper who did this quest back when you need to do it for one of your legendary traits. Alright. He's a bit tough. He is level 49, so he is 4 levels above me. Alright, so I have his runes. And tricky thing is getting out of here again. Now I am here, and there is a stable master there. So let me see if I can get through here. See if I can make it to the stable master. Not that I'll probably be needing the stable master all that much, and I think I'll just rush through here and not worry about fighting these mobs. Unfortunately, the rangers hold this area right now, so I don't have to fight my way through here. Because this is an area where you see it's blue, that means the rangers hold it. But it changes hands back and forth between the rangers and the Angmarim. Though I think the players can help a little bit in taking the place. Now, it doesn't mean that we won't find any Angrim in between. Let's see. Here we have some rangers fighting a troll. And here is our stable master. And that means from here we'll be able to get back up to Tinadir. If I were a friend standing with the Wardens of Anemus. Well, okay, I won't be able to get to Tinadir from here, but I will get to Tinadir and up to Forkel for our next episode of Pine Leaf Plays, the Rune-keeper.